Hey there, it's Michael. Welcome to Whole Again, the show that's here in support of you creating a meaningful life and the person you're becoming. And I'm excited to share a new series with you that will air this summer as America turns 250 years old, which is still pretty young relative to many other countries across this big blue marble that we all share. The series is called A Perfectly Imperfect Union. In 2022, I rode my bike across America, from Astoria, Oregon to the Lincoln Memorial. My wife drove our RV, and she had two co-pilots, Jester and Hope, two Springer Spaniels. And when we did it, America was coming out of the pandemic, and we were hurting from things that had happened prior to the pandemic. Of course, going through what we all went through. And at that time, and this is something I still believe today, is that we were entering an inflection point. An inflection point for us to hopefully pause, breathe, and reflect on who we wish to become as individuals, as communities, and as a country. As I pedaled across America, I wanted to share America's beauty with others, her natural beauty and the beauty of her people. And I also wanted to share where we were hurting. As America turns 250, I believe Kinstugi, which is something we use as a metaphor here at Whole Again, is a perfect metaphor for where we are as a country. There's so much beauty to celebrate, and we can also acknowledge that parts of us feel broken or are broken, but we can find a way to come back together, just like Kinstugi teaches us. And when we do, we don't try to erase or cover up where we have scars or blemishes. We highlight them in gold, and we celebrate them as symbols of our strength and resilience. Kinstugi is called the golden repair, and in essence, we can see beauty in something that's perfectly imperfect. During this series, I plan to speak to at least 2 people in each state and the District of Columbia. So 102 conversations with real folk, as I like to say. We're going to let the celebrities and the big influencers have their day somewhere else. But here, I want to reach out and talk to real people and listen to their reflections as they think about America turning 250 years old. And my hope is that you'll tune in to at least one, if not all 102. Because my theory going into this is that you'll hear different perspectives. Some may be aligned with yours. Others may not. But my hope is that you hear the goodness in your fellow citizens and realize, as Maya Angelou shared with us, we are more alike, my friends, than we are unalike. We are more alike, my friends, than we are unalike. I've had the privilege of traveling all over the world and all over this country. And this belief is something that I hold deep inside of me. So yes, I do believe that we are more alike, my friends, than we are unalike. So if you're ready to get to know one of your fellow neighbors, take a healthy breath in and a slow releasing breath out, and get to know Raquel Borras. Raquel, great to see you. Thanks for joining me on A Perfectly Imperfect Union. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me. This is so fun
I
already.
know I know it's so fun to connect because up until this point, we did not know each other. And now we get to have a conversation. And of course, I found you, as I mentioned before we hit record, through LinkedIn. And there was something about your profile that was like, this person really speaks to me. I like
Aw.
her vibe. I like her energy. And then I got curious and dug a little bit deeper. And I discovered the work you're doing. I'm like, I got to reach out to Raquel and see if she wants to join me. So, for those that haven't done some sleuthing on LinkedIn to check you out,
They haven't
can
stalked me yet.
you, can you introduce yourself and where are you calling in from?
Well, my name is Raquel, and I am calling in from San Diego, California. Yes, America's finest city.
Absolutely.
Well, and I'll tell you a little bit about what I do. So, I'm all about youth empowerment and amplifying youth voices, and I do it through mentorship as well as media. I have two podcasts: Rock the Boat, which is under 18. So, I have youth come on as guests that are under 18. And then I have Rated Gen Z, and it's youth from 18 to 26 years old. So, really focus on Generation Z. And I just completed a documentary. Well, it's almost complete, but I filmed it last summer. I traveled across 13 states across the US in an RV with two filmmakers, and we spoke to about 30 Gen Zers, just getting their perspective on life and just hearing more about what they're dealing with and their struggles. And so I'm working on that. So yeah, I don't know. I just am excited about life, and there's that.
Uh, well, that is something worth celebrating. And I will put the link in the show notes to the documentary. So when it comes out, people can check it out. And I
Yes.
love the fact we share this going across the country in an RV. We rented ours from Cruise America. It
So
was such
did
a,
we.
yeah, so it was really cool. So when we were driving the roads and we saw another Cruise America RV, we're like, oh yeah, they're like
The
us.
same. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. And really cool though is I started following them on Instagram on social media, and I would tag them, and their social media manager was like, "Oh my gosh, this is really cool what you're doing." And I know that they do a contest like every week or something where they're like, "Oh, vote on your favorite picture with the RV." And we were one of the one of the pictures. We didn't win, but I thought it was really cool that we were part of their social media while traveling.
That is cool. I did not do that. And I would say if they took a look at our RV, we might have been in contention because we put a whole bunch of decals all over it. I'll send you a photo
Oh my
once we
gosh, you
get done
have to.
recording. It was actually pretty cool. We got a lot of affirmation from people driving past us or where we parked in the RV park. They're like, "Oh, that's a cool looking RV."
No,
So,
that's
uh,
such a great idea. We named our
yeah.
dog on there too, Zelda,
Oh,
like because we
cool.
wanted
Oh,
Z,
that's
because we were
awesome.
talking to Generation Z, so needed to start with a Z. And one of the Gen Zers is like, name her Zelda. So like we have this whole thing of like us saying goodbye to the dog when we, because obviously we had everything on camera, so it was just kind of funny. That's so cool.
Yeah, our we named our RV Maisie.
Oh, okay, very cute.
So very, very cute. So this is a big country. You know this because you've now driven across it in different parts of it.
Yes.
And not everyone's been to every state. So people obviously know California. They might know LA,
Yeah.
San Francisco, San Diego. So let's just focus in on your part of California.
Okay.
If someone's never been there, what's something cool or special about that part of Southern California?
What's actually really cool about San Diego, and I just learned this. I thought it was all of California, but apparently it's concentrated in San Diego County. We have the largest ecosystem in the country, just within San Diego County because of the desert, the
Wow.
ocean, the mountains. So yeah, like that I thought was really cool. And also San Diego, I will have to say, being that I've traveled a lot around the country, we really do have the perfect weather. Like, I do strongly believe that you cannot get a better city with better weather, like, sorry. I mean, someone can fight me on it, but
I will not I will not fight you on this. This show is about amplifying voices,
Yeah.
not debating. And this point is not debatable
Yeah,
because San Diego has the best weather. And
yeah.
I will say for anyone out there who loves a good fish taco, San Diego has the best fish tacos in the country as well. At least my humble opinion.
Yes, you know what? I'm not a big I eat fish, I don't eat meat, so I'm a pescatarian, so funny enough, I don't really know where the best fish taco place is, so do you know where it is? I can
Well,
go?
so the place that I like the best is I'm a fan of the San Diego Padres. So the San Diego
Okay,
Padres at the ballpark, there's a place that sells fish tacos there, and that
okay.
becomes like a little bit of a staple for me when I do go to San Diego. I check out a game, get a fish taco, wear my Tony Gwynn jersey. It's a whole thing. So
Where
that's
do you live that you're a
and
Padres fan?
well in New Jersey. And so my first my this is really crazy, Raquel. My favorite team of all time are the Toronto Blue Jays. So
Okay.
what American kid doesn't grow up rooting for America like in American sport and rooting for a
For a
Canadian team?
Canadian team.
My second favorite team would be the Padres because I grew up as a big Tony Gwynn fan. So,
Yeah, he was fantastic. Yeah, he
yes,
was very beloved by the city, still is.
absolutely. Great humanitarian, great
Yes.
player, and all that.
Yeah.
So let's say you're in San Diego, maybe you're outside, it's the summertime, there's a fire pit, you're with your
Mhm.
friends, your family, you're bringing a bunch of Gen Zers around, and they're like, hey, Raquel, what does America mean to you? How do you respond to that?
Well, for me, honestly, like, I just love the diversity in this country. I really do. And the fact is my mom is from Mexico.
Oh,
And yeah, so she moved here to the States because of my dad when she was younger. And so I do have this affinity for being bicultural and bilingual, and especially in San Diego, right here. And yeah, I
absolutely.
know. But there is something about this country where, I've traveled in other countries, and there's something about the United States of America that there's this real sense of pride that I love, and this sense of just I don't know, just traveling across the country, just also the diversity just in landscapes, like, I don't think you find that in other countries either. There's something about just the landscape, the environment, the people. It's hard to explain, it's a feeling. I feel like when people come here, it's more of, like, how they feel.
It's a vibe. It's a really vibe. Or
Yeah.
like around like the energy of the of Mother Earth, the people, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that really hit home for me, just how big this country is. And, it's like
Absolutely, yeah.
coming from New York, New Jersey, where everyone's sort of on top of one another and you can drive 4 hours and hit multiple states. When we were out in Wyoming and Montana, we'd be there for days, before we could actually get through it.
Yeah,
Yeah, the country has so much beauty, and again, I just love the fact that we share that experience and just,
yeah.
chatting with, different people and seeing different vistas and the whole shebang. So, and I love the origin story of how your mom, came up from Mexico, met your dad, and
Yeah, and
and
yeah,
here
my
we are,
dad's
right?
family my grandfather came over through Ellis Island, but after World
Oh,
War
wow.
One. Yeah, so
Okay.
my dad's side is Russian Romanian Jew, like, yeah, so my
Wow.
grandfather came over, and my grandmother was born in the Bronx.
All right. What like
Yeah.
that's a really cool like DNA profile. That's like hey,
I
that's
know,
what the
it's funny
country
because
is
I
all
have
about,
light
right?
eyes, almost blue, and then, I'll speak Spanish fluently, and people are like, "Wait, you look Eastern European, and you're speaking Spanish fluently like it's your first language." But, yeah, so I love the kind of also tricking people.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, one question I've been asking people because it's sort of a current topic is their attitude or their relationship, say, with AI. And obviously, you've talked to a whole bunch of Gen Zers, and now
Yes.
they're digital natives, and they're growing
Yeah.
up, and they're trying to get into the workforce with this AI world. So, how would you describe your attitude about AI? Because you hear, you know, one camp is like, it's going to eat us and destroy
Yeah.
us. The other camp is, it's going to liberate us and provide great, like the land of milk and honey. So where do you end up on this AI thing, at least right now?
Right now, I wish it were just like a tool in the
Yeah.
toolbox as
Okay.
opposed to now like taking over in so many ways. I mean, even my own son the other day was like, my job is probably going to be taken over by AI. And asked him, I said, do you have like a backup plan with like career wise? Because he does cybersecurity and that's what he went to school for. And I mean, right now, cybersecurity is like hot, but that's something too that AI. So it's like, it's not until you're actually having to deal with it and your own kids are having to deal with it, then you really like have to think about where it's going. And I will say that talking to a lot of the Gen Zers that I have, a lot of them really are concerned about it taking over their careers and then what are they going to do? So unfortunately, I think a lot of them are really fearful in that way. Um and so that's tough, but at the same time, they also acknowledge that it's going to help cure certain diseases and the advancements and what it's going to do for us and helping us in so many ways. So I feel like there's this weird thing of it's gonna help us, but at the same time, it's gonna be very detrimental. I do see as well with Gen Z that and there was actually a study or there a question done about, this generation, about Gen Z, and if they wish that they were born in a generation with no phones and social media and technology, AI, and the majority said yes. So it just goes to show you that a lot of these young kids are being just thrown into social media technology where they didn't ask for it.
Nope.
And so they're kind of like, Wait, this what's happening?"
I
Like
I don't think Gen X. I'm a Gen Xer. I don't think
Me
we asked
too.
for it either. Like we were just
Yeah.
we were having we were having a good time, I think, without it, and then now everybody's
Yeah.
on it. So it's really crazy. But my Gen Z daughters, I don't want to speak for them, but I'm about to. I
Yeah.
think they would sum up their attitude with AI in a very similar way to the Gen Zers
Yeah.
that you met. They've been impacted job wise to a degree.
Mhm.
They do see the potential benefits, but they do know, like, for them and for their peers, it's having a pretty profound impact, and it's moving so quickly.
Yeah.
It's not like other technologies that came came to us over maybe a period of years or even decades. This seems to be happening so quickly that we don't necessarily have the runway to adjust appropriately, so it's gonna be a little bit of a choppy flight. So,
Yeah.
another question I'd love for you to weigh in on. So, in this country, we talk about our division and our separation. One of the reasons why I'm doing this is just to amplify voices like yours so people hear people like you and others and realize that we're not that far apart. We're actually, we actually have so much in common, more in common than we do, say, unalike, if you will.
Agreed.
But when you think about, I use kintsugi as a metaphor for whole again, and I think it's a fitting metaphor too for our country. When pottery breaks, we can come back together, and our scars or our blemishes can then be seen as symbols of our strength and resilience. So if you could, like, repair one thing, maybe not perfectly, but in a meaningful way, that could help us come together, what would it be?
For me, it would be and I don't know what system necessarily, like, specifically, but it would have to be something that has to do with our youth.
Mm.
So it could essentially be like the foster care system. I have
Ah,
mentees that are in the foster care system. I work with a lot of youth mental health organizations, and I'm of the mindset that we need to be proactive. So anything that would have to dealing with maybe mental health at a very young age with our youth.
I like that.
Yeah.
Go upstream.
Yes.
Yes. Desmond Tutu has a good quote I just love. I'll probably get it slightly off, but hopefully I can communicate the
Yeah.
spirit. Is that he said, sooner or later, we have to stop pulling people out of the river and go upstream to find out why they're falling in the river in the first place.
Yeah.
So we get to the end when there's an issue or a big significant event, and we, get all worked up. What I hear you saying is like, go further upstream. Let's see if we can prevent it and
Yeah.
do more, so we don't have these big events that pop up. So
Exactly. Yeah.
I love that.
Mhm.
Well, as America turns 250, it's a birthday party.
Woot
So
woot.
at a birthday party, we make a wish, and most people have cake. So the first part of the question, Raquel, is what kind of cake are you serving for America's 250th birthday?
Oh, that's easy. Chocolate.
Chocolate cake, chocolate icing?
Yeah, but like that, like really dark chocolate, like where it almost looks black
Yes.
and it's like
Yeah.
super just like fluffy and moist and yeah.
Yes. Right now I have a craving for a big glass of milk, after you say that.
Yeah. Really
Yeah,
cold
I'm
milk though.
really cold. Yeah, absolutely.
Mine has to
Absolutely.
be
Cold
super
milk
cold.
and chocolate cake. I love it.
Yeah.
And as we're blowing out the candles, what would you wish for? What would be your wish for America?
I mean, this is going to be kind of like out there, but I feel like if everybody had a sense of contentment with like their lives and like being able to be content and like find gratitude in their lives, I feel like we'd be a much different country too.
I agree. You're feeling like just good in our skin and not feeling less
Yeah,
than.
exactly.
Because there's so much out there, people trying to sell us stuff, claiming that we're less than, and we need their special whatever to be full,
Exactly. Yeah.
and
So I feel
worthy.
like,
Yeah,
yeah. And when you feel that, you're not necessarily wanting to put someone else down or make someone else feel badly or treat someone unfairly. Like I feel like you're coming from a good place, so you're going to navigate the world and the life in like a way that's kind and respectful. And I feel like that's just a ripple effect. So yes.
absolutely. And then, taking it back to where we started, like it's a good vibe, good energy, right?
Yeah.
And that good energy, to your point,
Yeah.
creates a really cool ripple effect.
Yes.
So the last person I talked to, one of your neighbors, but from all the way
All the
on
way.
the other side of the
They were a
country.
neighbor because I did live in Virginia for 23 years.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
So Susan in Delaware has two questions. Speaking
Yes.
about abundance, so I asked for one question, she gave me two. So the two questions are, what's your favorite flower? And do you have a favorite quote?
Well, my favorite flower is very easy, and it's right behind me. Orchids. So I have an
Oh,
orchid back there, and then I have an orchid in front of me as well.
that's
So
crazy
orchids.
because Susan grows orchids.
Really? Oh my
Yeah, so
gosh,
it's
we
really
have so many in our home. Like my mom is really
this
good.
is
She's
so
a green
wild.
thumb. Yeah, and I've loved orchids for so many years that I actually got married, and down the aisle, instead of having a bouquet of flowers,
Yeah.
I had a long stemmed orchid.
Wow,
So
that's
that's
so cool.
how much I
Uh,
love orchids.
I love it. Well, I'm going to pass your answer on to her. I think she'll really appreciate it,
I love
given
that.
her love for orchids as well.
Yeah,
And
that's so
what's your
funny.
favorite quote?
Okay, so this is one of my favorites, and I'm not religious, but I just love it because it just makes so much sense. It's if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans.
Oh, yes.
Because I'm that person that I made God laugh a lot.
Yes. Yeah. I have heard that one, and I definitely appreciate that quote as well. So,
Yeah.
well, you get to ask a question of the next person I speak with, which is tomorrow. I
Yes.
speak with John in Arkansas. So what question would you have for John?
Well, it stems from just the laughing right now, and I feel like laughter just naturally brings so much joy. So my question is to him, what gives you a good old belly laugh? Like I want to know
Yeah. All right.
would give him, yeah, because I have a couple, answers for that myself that'll give me like a really good belly laugh where it
That's
just feels
good.
so
I
good.
like that. I will ask him that, and I
Yeah.
will relay the answer to you. once I hear his
Oh, I
answer.
love that. Oh, good.
So Raquel, thank you for joining me on Perfectly Imperfect
Thank
Union.
you.
And I really appreciate the energy and the ripple effect you're putting into the world. So thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed getting to know one of your fellow neighbors from California. And now with Delaware, California, we have checked the box. We have spoken to two amazing humans, Brian and now Raquel. And I love Raquel's wish for America, that sense of contentment. So many of us are chasing our happiness, believing that we're not enough, looking at life through a lens of scarcity, that we're never quite there. And there's a whole bunch of people willing to sell us stuff to get us there. But that's on them. It's a scam because we can be content and have gratitude for life and be there and still look to quote unquote get better to make more of an impact. But we come from a place that we're already enough, that we don't need something to make us worthy because we're already there. And that's a great place to start from. So I really appreciate Raquel's wish. Of course, I think we all know that if we really want to come together, it will take more than just wishing. It will take action. And maybe that action starts with a conversation that allows us to be fully seen, heard, and appreciated, or I would say loved. One human to another, even if we don't see the world the same way. I believe that 97% of people are good. There's a like-heartedness in that goodness. And if we lead with our heart, we can be open to different mindedness. That's how we can come together and form a more perfectly imperfect union. If today's conversation resonated with you, I hope you'll share it with someone you know. And if either you or someone you know would like to join me for a conversation, please reach out. And until our next episode in our Perfectly Imperfect Union series, let's remember to celebrate our scars as golden symbols of our strength and resilience. Happy birthday, America. And don't forget to have fun storming the castle. And if you wish to learn more about creating beautiful ripples and how to prevent a bad moment from turning into a bad day, please visit my website, michaelobrienshift.com, and sign up for my newsletter called The Ripple Effect. And join us each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here at Whole Again and discover how you can heal, grow, and become more resilient, and celebrate our scars as golden symbols of strength and resilience. Until then, remember, you can always come back to your breath. You've got this, and we've got you.